Hi everybody. Good vibes. I know this may not mean a lot to a lot of people, but it helps me express myself because I get tired of writing and texting helps stretch the fingers and all, but you know, I'm always like on social media and stuff because oh, and here's my Pickle Rick shirt. And these are the same pajamas I got my boyfriend at the time, Michael, in 2012. They've lasted that long. And my nerd shirt. But my Ole Miss cup. I just wanted to touch on a subject today called they talk about it submariners depression, naval wife like syndrome. Basically, to explain it is a lot of things happened in my life and a lot of things I had to deal with, but people don't understand what it's like being a naval wife, especially with my husband. And we've been together almost 13 years, and I've seen him, like actually seen him, maybe a total of 4 to 5, count, and all the times he detained me for lack of capacity of whatever he wanted to say, just be gone so we had peace, literally. And that really weighs on a person if you think about that. And the lack of intimacy is huge. Not on my part. I try all the time. I have to ask or beg. I it's he never ever comes towards it. And the last 2 times he only did because I was upset, and that's even more humiliating. And so literally I sleep on a couch. I don't live on a couch. I sleep there every night. I'm alone at night. There is no intimacy hardly, and when it happens, it's either really quick or it's just like inconvenient, or I've had a schedule before, like on events on the calendar, and that gets broken. And every deployment he goes on, he freaks out about not telling me or when we're going to leave and doesn't want to talk to me, ignores me, and then just leaves. So I'm constantly abandoned by him, by his job, and then by him himself, and on a couch. It's a depressive lifestyle. Nobody wants to stay married to that. And I never cheated. And he cheated a lot with a lot of different people. And that's his way of saying, well, how he dealt with it when I was here, always saying, hey, look at me. And putting him on a pedestal, buying him everything, buying our child everything, saying it was from him. It was actually me. And I realized I raised like a narcissist, and like he literally goes to sleep and doesn't care about me. He's even heard me cry and wail at night in the bathroom and doesn't know what to do, doesn't care. Just goes about his day because it's so much worse than that because it's work. And what he explained to me he's doing at work, and I'm like, it's a program. I'm like, I've put plenty of them together in proposals, and I didn't mean it that way, but he just came at me that way. He comes at me any way he can. And it's very frustrating to be a high-level person that got a great job. Pharmacist is a really tough job, and I get put down a lot, and I even end up on the couch by myself all the time anyway. So why do I take it? And we have a child, 9 years old, and I've taken care of the child basically myself. So he comes in, barges in, and makes himself look like the better person. And he's so guilty of all this that he just plays phone games. He's had phone game addictions ever since I met him, but I let him because his work is so hard that I shouldn't intervene. And I'm tired of being the doormat wife. I'm tired. I've been standing up for myself lately and being assertive, like they said in many of the wards I've been at, to get better, and it's only backfired and thrown me back. And he can't do that to me anymore. It's abusive, and he knows it. And out of all the years of being together, most of it is me on the couch at night. Praying I go to sleep first before I hear her snoring. And I don't believe in suicide because I'm Catholic, and I'm too proud to do anything like that. But how do y'all cope, women that go through this? And I'm obviously at weight, fine. So, you know, it's like I want to just go eat myself to feel better because I have no intimacy. And he just sits there and acts like he's supposed to say something to me, but yet in all these emails he'll throw all this lash love only after I've complained, and then in real life it says nothing. How do y'all deal with that? Just question. It's really rough. I run to the Bible. I run to things to help me understand things, and run to things to help me understand why we're alike. And I'm wondering, what am I really doing? And he says that he wants to say things out of love, so it's almost like I'm in a retaliatory phase of, oh my gosh, if I say this or that, because he has a therapist, and it's like, I've been with therapist 7 years trying to cope with him. And it's become that unfair. So I wish people would not always judge me, because you never know what I'm going through. But, my kid wants to see this out 1 year from date, she said, and it's really tough for me. It's literally like being celibate your whole life. You know, sexual abuse is actually definition if you have less than so many amount of sexual encounters a year. Oh, I'm in that lane. And I'm the one that has to ask and beg. How awful is that? I have needs too, and they don't get met, but I don't go outside the relationship. But he has multiple times, and he's guilty of it, and he's trying to prove his self-worth now. But the point is, I didn't do it. I used positive coping skills, yet I was thrown in insane asylums. That should tell you who the real crazy one is. Not even wanting a wife that's wanting to be on. And everywhere I went in the wards, people said they love to have a personality like me and someone that cared. And I'm like, learning that's the truth. I am worth it. There was a time at my parents' house that I was dragged from Eastern State from there because Michael literally abandoned me pregnant. I was already with girls at the time and had a stripper at a hotel. As soon as he abandoned me at the hospital ward, tricked my friend into me going awful. 2015, and like I said, got dumped off and did all this crisis stuff, and he just blames, well, I was just not thinking time. But I'm not allowed to even say I'm sad because it makes no sense. So it's really hard to be in a marriage with someone that has severe mental illness like he does and doesn't have insight and doesn't even care that intimacy is important. So yeah, don't ever judge. Yet I say true and faithful, but don't ever judge. One day if I had a whole bunch of money, which I duly deserve, I'd like to know what it's like to be loved. Truly loved, and someone loved me for the intimacy that I think I deserve. And he at least admitted that I had to deserve better last night. The first I'm sorry I've ever wanted from him all these years. And he thinks if he buys something because he works for it, that I should be thankful. That is not the way to treat someone like me, who takes care of everything else and has gotten him out of debt and crisis. Yeah. You never know what someone's going through. But I got a handle on the situation, but yeah, that's what they mean, make love, not war. Be thankful if you and your partner have intimate relationships. Be thankful. Not all of us do. And we wish we did. And we deserve it. And we as people like me and women have done great things. Deserve it. Thank y'all. Sorry about my hair. It's not pretty in the mornings. It's kind of hard to fix it yourself when you have the movement disorder like I do. Still have it. It's just a lot of it's better. But after all these years, it'd been nice to really feel loved. And I've given it unconditionally. So I get in spurts only to be thankful for it later. That's not true love. So, may things get better for me in that area. I hope. But I always had dreams as a kid of who I'd marry, and even in prayers, God said, you know, He's going to betray you. So, is it easier to take if you know it? Yeah, it is. It's the sad part. So that's why I don't wish suffering on people, but this is not the light to have for people. No intimacy. No none of this, none of that. He had it for a couple months when he saw me again, but he just quit. Not so long ago. And then spurts of it, and then quit. Spurts of it, and then quit. No one deserves that. Be kind to your other person. Please, be kind.